Welcome to my channel. My name is Luna Affinity and I'm an energy reader and channeler. Sit back, get cozy, and get ready for some readings. Hello. What is everyone doing today? Hopefully well. Hey Amy, doing okay. Really tired today. I don't know what's going on. Oh my god, we're 1 month away. Yesterday was 1 month and I'm just shook. We have so much to do. I'm stressing out. I think it's just like taking its toll on me and I just cannot wait until everything is done. I'm just tired. But yeah, things are going well. We're very close. We just still have so much to cross off our list. Very, very busy. All right, let's see, Amy. Does Nick still think of me? Does Nick still think of Amy? I am getting a yes. It's just blurry. Hold on. 1 second. I feel like a little bit, the camera's a little off. Let's see if we can add some warmth to it. No, it's not working. It just looks so off to me. You would try to be more active. That's good. All right, well, Amy, I'm getting a yes for you. I have the Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles is indicating that he is still thinking of you, and I'm getting that they are good thoughts. I'm also getting that he may be spending a little more time lately thinking of you. Queen of Pentacles is one who has a busy life, but still finds ways to nurture the things that are important to them. So despite maybe a hectic schedule for him, I do think that he is thinking of you. Hey Paula, how are you today, my love? It's like very, the color on this camera is very warm. Paula, I got your donation. Thank you. You will be first today, okay? you're planning for wedding stuff. Thank you, Amy. It's been wild. Lately the only sleep I can get is at night, but that's understandable. Our days are full and long, but that's why you get a honeymoon, right? That's why you get time afterwards to just relax. Hey, yes, you can donate, absolutely. Oh, it's really loud? I'm sorry. Hold on. That's my bad. There you go. That's my bad. Thank you for telling me. It's set at a certain level, and I have to manually change it every single time I go live. So sometimes I forget, occasionally. You're welcome, Amy. All About Maine. Hi, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I was telling everyone that I'm feeling extra sleepy today, but otherwise things are going really well. Thank you for your donation, All About Maine, last night. I sent you your reading. Hopefully you got it. Thank you for liking the video. If you guys haven't had a chance to do that, if you can do that, please, I would really appreciate it. Okay, I got your donation. Thank you. Yes and no in messages. Okay. Got it. Thank you, Kay. I went ahead and added you to the list. Ruth Holly. Will Sanam come to Ganganagar within a week to meet Keyshawn and Suresh? Please show me a yes or a no. I am getting a yes. A 3 of Pentacles, Rupali. 3 of Pentacles. Sorry if the composition on the screen isn't that great. Let me see if the camera default is better. No, it's kind of far away. Yeah, we're gonna have to just roll with this one for now. Okay. So Rupali, I am getting a yes for you. Paula, is this your question for your donation? If so, I'll hold on to it. Okay, thanks for checking in with that. I appreciate it. We have about 3 minutes left of the free list, then we will be moving on to donations. Paula says, is my ex going to message me? Show me a yes or a no. Okay, yes, I'm doing yes or no questions for about 3 more minutes for free. Paula, I am getting a no right now for you. Let's check back in about a week or so and see if that changes. Okay. Is Nick thinking about me? Please show me a yes or a no for Kay. Okay, I've got the High Priestess and the 10 of Wands at the same time. So High Priestess talks about Kay, you trusting your own intuition about this. I feel like Nick has got quite a bit on his plate right now. He's not doing much thinking in his free time. So, well, he doesn't really have much free time. So if your gut is telling you that he probably isn't doing much thinking about you, I would go with that. And if you do feel like he has his energy on you, just know it's probably not a lot of thinking. It's just a little bit. All about Maine. All about Maine. I got a yes. I also got the Three of Pentacles for you. This does talk about compromise and needing to see one another's side to work together. So that's a good energy if you're having any issues. Paula, the question that you posted, this one right here that I put on the screen, is that for your donation or do you have a different question to ask? You're welcome, All About Maine. Got it, got it. Thank you, Paula. Terry, welcome in, friend. It's been a minute. How are you? I will add you to the donation list. Two minis. Okay. Thank you, Terry. Oh, you want to do a BOGO? Okay. That's fine. We'll change that. I got you. I got you. All right. Terry, got you down for a BOGO. All right, guys. So my free list is closed, but we are going to move on to donations. How have you been? Terry, I've been doing okay. How are you? Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Paula, I am shuffling for you right now. What are Paula's ex's next actions? If we're talking about the same ex that you asked that yes no question to, that card is coming up again. So the expression that I am hearing, Paula, right now is lying in wait, which means that I feel like they're waiting for their opportunity. Lying in wait usually means that when you're going to go for something, charge short something, or attack something, you're kind of waiting for the prime opportunity to do that, where you feel like you have the best outcome for something to happen. So I'm seeing a lot of words like curiosity, rest, waiting, patience, things like that. Kind of standing your ground and waiting for the moment. So I do feel like for him, he's in this place of preparing for you, preparation for you, preparation to take action, but he's still in this place of non-action right now. So he's kind of waiting for that proper opportunity to, maybe he's waiting for a signal from you, or he's waiting till he can have more information. He's basically trying to set himself up to have the best outcome here. I thought I had to sneeze, but I guess not. So usually if my nose gets really itchy during a reading, if I get it usually means someone's coming in. It means that you're going to hear from this person pretty quickly. A lot of my guests that have come in and gotten readings from me, they have confirmed that whenever my nose has itched really bad or I've sneezed during their reading, that they've pretty much heard from their person immediately. And the fact that I almost sneezed but I couldn't makes me feel like he's still not ready. He's still not ready to come through for you. Not yet, but he's close. I do see with the Page of Swords here, it's talking about a delay in things, needing to have patience. And with the Four of Swords, that's kind of things being lying dormant. Usually when stuff lies dormant, it means that it's there and it's ready, but it hasn't shown its face yet. He has not presented himself yet. He's kind of biding his time right here with the Seven of Pentacles. So there are things that you don't know about, not right now, but I think we're close. So Paula, do you have any questions about this? I don't see any actions right now, but I see this person's preparing for you. He's getting ready. He's getting ready to make his move. He just hasn't done it yet. Oh, wow, I'm nervous. Don't be nervous. This is on him. He needs to be the one to make the moves here. So you just sit back and relax and get ready for some communication at some point. It's been a long time since I spoke to him. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Oh, I love you too, Paula. Thank you for sending so much love to me all the time. You love my readings. Thank you. I love having you here. All right, Kay, 1 second. Fabian, thank you so much. Let me see. Let me confirm that for you. Okay, am I going to hear from Nick the Aquarius? All right, let's see. Is Kay going to hear from Nick the Aquarius, please? Wow. Yes, Kay. They're saying yes and soon. He's charging towards you right now. Yes and soon. The Eight of Wands is the quickest moving card in the deck. So whenever we get this card, it can indicate minutes, hours, days, something relatively quick coming in communication. So the Chariot at the bottom of the deck and the Two of Cups at the top shows that his energy towards you is shifting. So if you've been going through a period of non-communication, I'm seeing communication coming in for you. The Chariot also indicates that he has a one-track mind. He's coming in with clear thoughts. Fabian, I added you to my list, but I do want to let you know I haven't received a notification just yet. But once I get that confirmation, I'll let you know. Oh, it looks like it's pending, Fabian. It looks like it's pending. Thank you for the confirmation. I got the same card today when I asked about his energy. And I'm like, let me come to my girl. Aw, you're so sweet. Yeah, that's crazy. You got the Eight of Wands. Is that what you got? All right, Kay. Messages from Nick, please, to Kay. Messages from Nick, please, to Kay. Wow, lots of cards here. First off, we have, I miss hearing your voice. Secondly, I would do it all again. I want you. Can you guys be nice to each other, please? I love you. I want you. I love you. And Two of Cups. No, you're not delusional. I wonder if you're happy without me. At the bottom of the deck, I feel so drawn to you. thank you, girl. I'm donating for a mini. Okay, Kay, I'll add you back into the rotation, okay? All right, Kay, I just got your donation. D, oh my gosh, hi, how are you? You're welcome, Kay. All right, Fabian, your donation came through. Thank you. And also did Kay's. And then D, let me update the donation list really quickly. Terry, sorry, 1 second. This happens sometimes. I get a lot of donations at once and I have to take a quick break just to update everything. D says cash out for BOGO. Got you, got you. I know, it's been such a long time. All right, 3 months. All right, Terry says, general for 3 months, please. General for 3 months. Can you show me month 1? Month 1, please. Hey, D, your donation just came in, girl. Three months. All right, first month. Whoa, we're off camera. First month. Second month. Third month. Ooh, something spicy's happening here. In the third month, you got the lovers. Third month. It's like the end of the second month into the third month. So if we're talking October, November, December, maybe like the end of November, early December. Third month. And overall. Overall, please. All right. So they're saying overall is the Four of Wands. This feels really good to me. This feels, and also guys, if like the quality of the camera gets worse, let me know. But overall, the Four of Wands, always December, really? Really, really? Do you get that a lot in readings? So I think the Four of Wands being your overall energy does indicate that things are going well for you in your personal life as far as your social interactions. Okay, let me take a look here. Let me turn on the light. I'm going to see if the light helps. Not sure if that helps or not, but hopefully so. All right, so this indicates the Four of Wands. This indicates that you're going to have good months throughout the rest of the year in your social life. So the way that you're interacting with people is coming across well. The relationships that you're having and maintaining are going pretty well. I would say fairly harmoniously. You shouldn't expect any big blunders or anything like people like fights, arguments, disagreements. Not much of that from now until the end of the year. I feel like there's a lot of people celebrating you and happy for you. And I feel like even on a romantic relationship level, if you're involved with someone, I feel like even that relationship is going pretty well. The first month, I'm getting that there's some focuses on finances going on right now. So specifically from this month into the beginning of next, you're focusing a lot on your physical life, your three-dimensional life. You're focusing on money, belongings, material means, investments, and finding your tribe, finding your community, or spending more time with people that you feel in alignment with. I love the target emoji. Second month, I am getting some more lovers, romance, something like that going on. There could be some temptation here for you with another individual. There's another man here that could be tempting you with the devil and the lovers. This is very Gemini energy, and it means that there's a duality to this relationship that really draws you in, but also makes you feel like there's a good connection here. So you could feel like it's kind of risky and tempting, but it's actually really exciting, and that it's more than the physical connection here. But I am getting that you will feel lust or temptation after someone in month 2, maybe early month 3. Month 3 seems like you're going into hibernation mode. I'm seeing this is weird, I'm seeing like lots of soups and stews and like soulful hearty meals, I guess you could say. You're taking time in month 3 to maybe not be as social. You're spending more time on your own, alone, recuperating, cozying up, spending more time indoors. If you celebrate the holidays, I see a lot of time being spent inside, with maybe even like if you celebrate, for example, Christmas, you might be doing a lot of online shopping in the month of December. You could also just keep in mind, I typically don't do health readings, but you could be feeling a little bit under the weather in December. I generally think that October and November are okay for you. Um, you might be like, oh, I missed the holiday sickness, but just keep in mind in December to, if you're feeling tired, you allow yourself that rest and things like that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Damn, girl, reading my energy like crazy, so on point. I've been feeling that way so much. Aw, good, I'm glad. I'm really happy to hear it resonated for you. What is your second question, Terry? How does Xavier feel towards me and our connection? Paula, thank you. I got it. Let me add you. You'll be after D, okay? How does Xavier feel towards Terry and the connection? How does Xavier feel? Wow, 4 of Wands. How does Xavier feel towards Terry in the connection? Wow, so we're getting some repeating themes here. In the last reading into this reading, you got some similar cards. You know, Terry, I really think this person would marry you if they could. Like, I feel like they embrace this connection through their heart chakra in such a profound way. I really feel like they feel like they found the one in you, and the sad part is I don't think that's expressed. I almost feel like he feels undeserving of a good love or a healthy, true supporter, a healthy, true companion. Yeah, I'm really feeling like this person would marry you if they could. I feel like they, I don't know. This person, I want to say, feels like they believe in karma. And I do feel like what comes around goes around is an expression that they think to themselves, and what is it that I deserve? They have a hard time with worthiness and feeling worthy of certain things. You may find that you've been in positions where you're having to explain to this person that they do deserve things and they are worthy of things. They struggle with that a little bit, but I really feel like this person thinks so significantly about you and feels like the connection is so extraordinary. And I generally feel like they want you there at, the end of their days. I think that they fantasize a lot about a life with you, and they want to resurrect this connection. And that's a very like strong word, but they want to resurrect the connection in a very strong way where you guys come back better than ever. So something kind of feels like either things have been kind of lying dormant, or things have not been able to supersede the expectations. And I feel like for him, he's wanting to bring this relationship back to life. He wants to bring it back from the dead. So if you guys are in no communication and you could feel like there's not hope here, he wants to bring it back. And if there is hope here and you guys are in communication, this is him saying, or his way of saying, like, I want things to get better. I want us to get stronger. I want things to get easier. And I think that he wants some one-on-one time with you as well. I'm kind of seeing that he feels like he's not quite on your level. Like he feels like you come ready made. He feels like you don't have to improve yourself or work on yourself at all, that you're perfect the way you are. And he sees himself comparing, who you are to who he is, and feels like he has a lot of work to do. But I think that he's willing to do that. Did you have any questions about that, Terry? Second. I'm all set. Thank you, Luna. You're welcome, Terry. Absolutely. It was good seeing you again. It's been a minute. All right. So next up we have Fabian. Fabian, if you're here, you can go ahead and post your question if you're ready. Terry, my love to you and well wishes on your manifestations for your wedding. Thank you, Terry. I need it. Y'all can send me all the love you want, because we're crunch time at this point. I really appreciate you, Terry. Thank you. Fabian, I have your question. How's wedding planning going? It's good. We have a lot still to do. but we're getting there, and I'm confident we'll get it done before the wedding. It's stressful. I'm not going to lie about that. We're about a month out, but it's going good. Fabian, how does my person of interest MC feel about our connection at the moment? Fabian, I will be right with you. Give me 1 second. Okay, no kidding. Weddings are extremely expensive. You are not joking. Okay, Fabian, how does my person of interest MC feel about our connection? All right, let's see. This is a roller coaster, Fabian. I'm getting almost like this person's like thinking to themselves that the road that leads to you is completely clear and completely open. They're saying no obstacles are stopping me. I'm going to go ahead and move forward, move on, like, and just have, I almost feel like there's a direct channel or line to you from her that seems very clear and obstacle free. And I feel like she looks at you as someone very kind that can offer her a lot and help her to be maybe like the best version of herself. The part that gets me a little bit curious is this tower moment over here. I'm almost feeling like she's telling me a story. Like maybe she, I don't know. Spirit's not telling me not to say that. So hold on. Why is the tower here? Justice. I'm hearing like fear of ruin. Like I think she's worried about the truth coming out or coming to light. We have the Chariot again. I think she worries about if she were to be honest with you, that would ruin things, or that could possibly ruin the relationship if she was honest with you. And I feel like she does feel a little bit torn here. You see the light and the dark side at the bottom getting pulled in two different directions. Maybe there's a fear of rejection here, or fear of rejecting. That's why it feels very like positive, but also not positive. Can you, Fabian, elaborate a little bit on your relationship with me? Just so that way I can probably interpret this in a little bit more specific details. If there's any information you'd like to shed light on, feel free to do so, and I'll see if I can get any other information. But if not, it's okay. You don't have to. It's just that the reading remains a little bit vague because I feel like I'm hitting a wall here about which way to take this reading without knowing much about your connection. I do have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck here, so I do feel like the feelings are reciprocated. No communication cut her out. Oh. Is it possible that if she feels like she were to approach you or communicate with you, would it be realistic for her to assume that you would reject her right now? If she were to be honest with you, do you feel like is it realistic for her to believe that you may not reciprocate if she comes to you and tells you how she feels about you? Is it possible that from her perspective that you wouldn't want anything to do with her right now? All right, Fabian. Well, I think that's all I'm getting for this. So I hope that helps or something. I'm not sure. Oh, here. I see your message now. I'm sorry. I thought that you weren't responding. Probably somewhat she rejected me in the past. Okay. So for her, I do feel like she looks at you as, I'm almost feeling like she's getting clarity now. And I feel like she looks at you as someone extremely thoughtful and kind towards her. And I think that she's seeing the value in you now. So that is what I'm getting. But I do feel like even though she's seeing the value in you, she might feel like it's too late. You're welcome. What are Nick's intentions going to be when he comes back? What are Nick's intentions going to be when he comes back to K? What are his intentions going to be? Interesting. I truthfully think, Kay, he's gonna beg for your forgiveness. I really do. With the Judgment card, this talks about wanting to make amends. It talks about coming to terms with what it is that you feel that you deserve, and there could be some needing to take accountability here. I feel like first and foremost, in order to approach you, he does feel like he needs to acknowledge some things that maybe didn't sit well in the past or that he shouldn't have done. And I feel like he's almost going to be seeking a new beginning or a new opportunity. He's probably going to tell you things like, we keep coming back around to each other. And I feel like there's a reason for that. Hold on one second here. Yeah, I just feel as though he's gonna say like, I feel like I'm almost picking up some channeled messages from him. I feel like he's saying we deserve this. We deserve another chance. We deserve another try at this. I feel like for him, he's sensing a grander, maybe like fate or destiny or something. Like he feels like there's bigger hands at play here. He feels like there's higher stakes and a greater meaning behind the connection. He has like all of these feelings about your relationship, and I feel like some things right now, it's like really coming to light for him. Yeah, because I'm really like over him, but I still care. Isn't that just the way that it works? You start to get over someone and then poof, they just come right back in. I think it's like the Tower sometimes can talk about chaos and destruction, but I feel like in this reading, it's feeling more like revelations for him, more like epiphanies. It's like suddenly he was walking around with like these, I don't know, like it was almost like his head was in the clouds and he wasn't really like here or something. And suddenly it's like everything fell away and he's seeing things in a different light, in a different way. I feel like he's gonna come to you and try to spin this in a very positive way, that you kind of open up to him again. But I do feel like he knows that he needs to work his way back in a lot more than he probably ever has. This is not going to be easy for him. And so he has to try to figure out or navigate a way to make it so that you hear him out this time around, because I feel like you've probably given him a lot of chances. But yeah, that's what I've got for you, Kay. You are welcome. Next up, we have D. What are Tim's current thoughts regarding D? What are Tim's current thoughts regarding D? Wow, wow, wow. 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups. So one thing that's really standing out to me in this reading so far, D, is the fact that there's every single chakra except for the throat chakra. The throat chakra, a lot of times, can be when we're conservative and we're tightened up and we hold everything in and we internalize a lot of things rather than speaking thoughts out loud and being vulnerable. And I feel like for him, showing that the throat chakra is not here does indicate an unwillingness to verbalize his feelings for you. Yes. Yes. And it's interesting because you have the heart here, you have the mind, you have the third eye psychic telepathic connection, you have the foundational rooting here of good compatibility, you have that there's a lot of inspiration that you give to one another, you have so many things, and it's like the throat chakra is just not here. Not here at all. Another indication that there's issues with the throat chakra being blocked is the fact that you don't have the planet Mercury in this reading either, which talks about communication. Mercury, as you know, whenever it's in retrograde, we have issues with our electronics. There's always like flight delays and traffic and accidents and things like that. Mercury rules all of communication and travel. And so, not having Mercury here as well just is like a double confirmation of the fact that like there's no even intention, I feel, from him to communicate. I'm also noticing that there's not any Saturn here, which talks about responsibility and discipline. And so he may have an avoidant personality where he doesn't want to own up or take accountability or acknowledge his part that he plays in all of this between you two. Hey, Sarah. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna add you. Is this SB? Did you change your name? I'll add you to the list, girl. There's two people ahead of you. Okay, that sounds good. In addition to that, you don't have Uranus, also known as Uranus, which revolves around rebelling or revolting. And that means that he's playing it safe within your connection. That means he does not want to do anything that's unconventional, untraditional. Like, I just feel like for him, he wants to go with the flow, go with the green. He doesn't want to provide any kind of resistance, which means that if he's feeling any type of discomfort in his life where you are concerned, he is unwilling to put himself into an uncomfortable position to explore that further with you. I feel like he's not following his intuition with the lack of Neptune in your reading. I feel like he has an unwillingness to transform this relationship into something that it's not currently. He's unwilling to change anything right now. I don't see Pluto. Now, with all of that being said, as far as his intentions go, I don't know how this sits with you or if this makes it better or worse, but the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Cups does indicate a feeling of happiness with you and a desire for a reunion with you, and that those feelings are still there for you, despite him maybe not doing anything about it. I see him here more willing to be independent from you at this time. It's almost like he and maybe even yourself, D, are coming to terms with maybe this just isn't gonna happen. That's kind of like the vibe I'm getting here with this reading. Did you have any questions? Yeah, I let it go about a month ago, but I was curious because when I let something go, that's when it comes to me. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, that's usually how it goes, huh? You're welcome. I'm going to shuffle for your second question, okay? After D, we have Paula, and then we have Sarah. All right, Spirit. Who is coming towards D as her next long-term partner, life partner? All right, we love to see that. First out, King of Pentacles. This is someone with an expansive mindset, someone who's able to support and provide in a financial way. He may even manifest money really easily. He may just like think about it and he's got it. So he knows his worth. He may even be in a supervisorial or like a oversee staff position, so like a supervisor, manager, executive, something along those lines. We've got Taurus, Sag, Aries, Leo. Could also be Virgo, Cap. I'm also hearing Scorpio for some reason. This is the confirmation we're looking for, this card right here, that this is your long-term life partner. That's what the 10 of Pentacles means. This person is able to really see the other person's side. I'm getting highly masculine energies. So no matter what you're attracted to, I believe, D, you're interested in men, but it's not even just like stopping at this is a man, obviously. This is like a highly masculine person. So I think he's really good with his hands. His hands might be like a big aspect to a relationship on what they can do for you, and that can be like a very sexual thing, but I'm mostly getting like he's able to build, he's able to do things, he's able to generate things, and create things from nothing. So I get that like he's like he can build you a house, or he can be really good at fixing things. Maybe he fixes cars, or if something goes wrong in the house, he's able to like do a quick search and fix whatever needs to be done. Like very man's man is kind of the energy that I'm getting here. I feel like he is a homebody, but with a natural, healthy desire to explore. So generally speaking, he's the type of person that's going to be home most of the time, 80% of the time, but he does like to get out of the house and do things together. I feel like he's a family man. 10 of Pentacles is indicating that. I feel like he has a healthy social life as well. So he has probably some long-standing friends. He might tell you that there's people he's been friends with for 10, 20, 30 years, or maybe even longer. Maybe since like grade school, he might tell you that he has maintained friendships over the span of his life. He's a hard worker. I don't think that he necessarily thinks anything's going to come to him easily, but I think that because he has this tenacity, he just generally can make things happen very quickly. I feel like his purpose comes from being able to generate, being able to provide. This could have to do with an upbringing. He seems like the kind of person who's worked from the bottom. So I don't think this is the type of person that's coming into your life that's just naturally rich. I don't think this is a person that's been given a trust fund or something like that. I think this person has worked hard to get to where he is. I feel like tall. I feel like he's got a good height on him, above average height. Natural brunette, probably. Lots of like earthy tones, so I think it's possible that he has like brown eyes or like golden, maybe like a hazel situation. I'm not really sensing like blue or really green, but maybe like a hazel or brown. I'm hearing heterochromia, so sometimes people can have heterochromia and it's like two different eye colors, but I think there's a version of that where it's like their eyes themselves have multiple colors in them, and I think that is kind of what I'm picking up on. But I think that's the extent of it. I want to say they're around your age, probably. You're welcome, Dee. It was so nice seeing you. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully we see you again maybe before my wedding. Aw. All right, bye, Dee. Ooh, sneaky question. Let's take a look here. All right, what things does Paula not know about her ex that he's hiding? Ooh. Number one, he's not as well off financially as he has been saying. I do think he's in a better financial position than when you last communicated with him. However, I feel like his finances aren't as stable. He is trying to do better than what he was doing. I do feel like he's trying to make money the easy way. I don't know, for some reason, Pella, I'm hearing gambling. Like, I'm hearing he could be doing things like that to try to make ends meet. I think sometimes is better than other times for him. He has wins, but also losses. So finances are something that he may be keeping kind of a secret, as far as either his stability or his amount of money that he has. Yeah, I feel like with his finances, he has highs and lows. I think on average he does okay, but I think that he may not want to, he may be not really proud of the fact that he doesn't have like substantial consistent income coming in or something along those lines. But I feel like he like will only celebrate the win. So if he gets a good payout or he gets a good bonus or something along those lines, that's what he talks about. He doesn't talk about the parts when he's not doing so well. So there's a lot of like questions surrounding his finances. Hmm. He could be suffering personal hardships as well. Sometimes in life, it ebbs and flows, and we go through more difficult times where we're hit with a lot more that makes our life harder. Um, so he could be going through a time right now of temporary hardship where things are more difficult for him. Maybe a demotion, or maybe he lost a friendship, or maybe he's got a lot of bills at once, or maybe his health isn't as good as it could be. So I do feel like he's going through some hardships right now as well that he may not be telling you. Something else he may not be telling you is his regret for how he handled things with you in the past. Something else he may not telling you is that he deals with a lot of issues like mental restrictions. So he may have coping mechanisms that aren't necessarily the best, where he dissociates, which is kind of like where your mind detaches from reality. You can fantasize, or you can just kind of go blank in your head. You just kind of like remove yourself from the physical place that you are in your mind, and you just start zoning out and staring off into the distance. And he could find himself doing this to help him cope. So something big that he probably would not want you to know is that he needs therapy, or he needs some kind of counseling. He needs some kind of help for his mentality or his limiting beliefs. And something else that you may not know is that despite his efforts to become more vulnerable, more open and honest, he is struggling with this, but he is trying to be more open and be more vulnerable these days. Oh, wow, as long as he's not deceptive, because that would be it, unfortunately. Yeah, you know how there's some people out there that try to cover up the bad and like omit the truth. I almost feel like that's what he could possibly do. It's not that he's being intentionally untruthful. It's just that maybe he wants to spare you the details of the hardships that he's going through. But I completely understand you'd want him to be 100% honest with you. Thank you, Paula. You're very welcome. We'll talk soon, girl. Hey, Rising, how are you? Oh my God, it's been so long. I've had a lot of people actually come in today that I haven't talked to in a while. So that's kind of funny. It must be the day of reunions. Donated for in-depth. All right, Rising, you will be after Sarah, okay? I'm working on Sarah right now. Reunion day. Curious to know what Emir thinks and feels about me. Curious, he's someone I used to crush on. All right. Look, that's what tarot readings are for. If you're curious, that's fine. We like the curiosity around here. What does Emir think and feel about Sarah, please? Gunner, don't jump up there. right. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. So I think you have him thinking a little bit differently now. I think there's some type of like change in perspective. The Ace of Cups indicates new flirtation, new maybe going on dates, new communication that's more in the romantic aspect. So I think that this was a pleasant surprise in communication with him. He's still kind of in this place of like, I wonder what this is about. I'm curious. I want to know more. I want to see what else is going on here. But I don't want to show all of my cards. I feel like he doesn't want to show his whole hand necessarily just yet. But I think that he is interested in seeing where this goes. He's wondering how you're doing. Sorry, did you say that you're a mom? Or Sarah? Did you say, like, I guess it's Sarah. Did you say that you're a mom? I'm so sorry. I read for so many people. I'm like, I wish I could remember these things, these little details, but I can't. Queen of Pentacles, like mom energy here. King of Cups indicates that he feels like, okay, so he is viewing you too as not just an individual person, but also a mom as well, if he knows this. The King of Cups indicates that he feels like he's on your level maturity wise, that maybe you guys are a good match. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. I think he's feeling it. I think he's feeling it. He feels like you guys are kind of on the same page. I think that he's interested in furthering this. He wants to see where it goes. He wants to like move forward with you and maybe possibly see if this could turn into something more than what it is right now. I think generally speaking, he's on the fence with excitement is kind of how I would explain it. So maybe if he's a single dad, like the whole, you guys are on the same level is like actually a good thing. He is mature. He's younger than me too, but it was really cool. Girl, what did I say? Was not ready for that. Well, you asked. His mom always wanted us to date. He's doing so good. He's so mature and business-minded. Ooh, that's exciting. That's awesome. I love that. All right, second question. What kind of relationship does J Capricorn want us to have? Let's see. What kind of relationship does J Capricorn want them to have? Amy, I got your donation. I'll add you to the list in just a second. What kind of relationship does Jay want Sarah and him to have? So I'm hearing open and honest communication, being upfront. He's looking for someone to be really direct with him. I hear that this could be a working relationship, like a just a strictly platonic cooperative relationship. Hey SK. Thank you for liking. But I also feel like there's this openness for a romantic partnership as well. So I feel like he's kind of like it could anything's on the table. You know what I mean? I would say going off of this reading versus this one in Emir, I think Emir is a better option for you right now. But that doesn't mean that Jay Capricorn isn't open to something more. I think that he just has very limiting expectations or limited beliefs, I guess you could say, as to how far this could really go. The type of relationship he wants is open, honest, patient, understanding, one where there is mutual effort that is equal. He doesn't want anyone feeling rejected or upset or at a loss or anxious about the connection. He wants you both to always be on the same page. SB, I got you, girl. I can do 3 questions in a row, so I'll do yours next. D donated for a BOGO. Thanks, girl. I'm going to update the list in just a second, guys, so bear with me, please. You're so right. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling too. All right, let me post the donation list really quickly just so everyone knows where they are. Sarah, am I able to say your question out loud? Is that okay? What is it? What's going on? This kid? It's okay. It's okay. He's fine. Oh my gosh, we have a what's it called? A Mexican standoff. So I have two cats, and one of them is like the protector of the house. And he's staring outside the window looking at a cat that's our neighbor's cat. And then there's a stray that comes around. So like all three of them are just staring at each other, and it's just so funny. I'm like, it'll be okay. It will be fine. Oh my god. Little nutheads. It's just so funny. Okay. This is for Sarah. How will things proceed with Amir and I? Wow. These are some good cards. King of Cups, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups. So immediately I'm getting that this person wants to schmooze you, court you, date you, open to all of that. So, you know, you could expect to go out with this person, to date this person, and get to know them on a more intimate level. I feel like with the Four of Pentacles, it's kind of like you guys are going to give to each other little by little, inch by inch. That's what she said. But I feel like it's like a little bit, you give a little, he gives a little, you give a little, he gives a little. And eventually you guys start to like build this bond with one another of opening up. So it's like there is this feeling of guardedness, but there's excitement there to see what the person has to say, or how they respond to what you've said, or how they answer certain questions. Like there is this excitement that you feel when you're first starting to talk to someone, and all of those types of feelings are here in this reading. Oh my god. Thank you. I appreciate you that you calling me funny. Maybe my fiance is rubbing off on me because he's like the comedian of the group. I'll give him credit for that one. So there is some temptation here. I'm getting like sexual tension and flirtation as well. Nyasia, welcome in, girl. You know, it's just like there's just like this high flirtation going on between you guys. It's like, how is he going to receive this that I've said? Is he going to take it as a flirty thing, sexual innuendos, like different jokes here and there? But I also feel like there is a level of sincerity here too. There's a really large theme surrounding children. So I think that what it is just making sure that as you guys ease yourself into this connection, that everyone is being considerate of everyone, that there's multiple factors here and multiple parts being played, and it's important that everyone feels like they are being acknowledged, considered, and thought about, you know. So I feel like there is a level of sincerity and in seriousness too, as well, to this connection, that eventually you guys will get to, because this doesn't just affect the two of you. Right, he's got dirty jokes. That's funny. Oh my god, Naisha, you sent a whole paragraph, but it didn't send. What the heck? Naisha, I got you. Thank you. I posted the donation list a few minutes ago. So Naisha, if you want to scroll up, you can see it, but you will be after D, okay? And I'll update that list as soon as I can. Sarah, did you have any questions about this reading? Yes, I saw it. I'll keep an eye out. Wait, did I miss something? YouTube is being petty today. Oh, 100%, Sarah. I'm getting 100% open to more. This is actually the messenger of love, which indicates a lot of communication going back and forth between the two of you. The Ace of Cups means that he wants to start something new with you. So I think, oh, you also have the Ace of Swords. So yeah, definitely. That's awesome. You're welcome. Next up, we have Rising Storm. If you're here, please check in with me. Got it, got it. So the first thing that's coming to mind, Rising, are you religious? So, okay. Well, that's good to know. Let me shuffle here. So the first thing they're saying is, how did you feel when you saw this? Did you feel worried? Did you feel curious? Did you feel concerned? Did you feel alarmed? Did you feel like Spirit was saying, in this moment, pay attention because this is going to be important? Did you feel like it was a message for you in some way? Because I'm kind of getting what's really important here is to figure out how you felt in that moment to indicate. So the curiosity was strong. I'm looking up here that ravens indicate being fearless and balanced, and they call you to take action. They are typically I guess because ravens can be seen as like, they can sometimes be seen as bad because they've been depicted as that or depicted as such in mainstream media and things. But I think for me, mostly ravens have to do with telling the truth, being straightforward, being accurate. And a lot of times, ravens are symbolized to be in between the spirit world and the physical world. So, this could indicate that your gifts are coming in stronger, to pay attention to all of the things around you as well. Um, Sometimes this can indicate like a lost soul or a wandering soul feeling as though like you may need to help other people. I am getting that it's very possible that your mediumship um, abilities are either coming in, period, or they're coming in stronger than they were before. This usually talks about the transition from one journey to the next. The Lovers and the Two of Cups kind of remind me of the Gemini, kind of like the duality of like the physical world and the spiritual world. I don't think that it was bad at all. I think this was a good sign. I think it was more of a messenger to bring your attention to some things. It could also be a spirit guide for you right now, because I don't know what everyone else believes, but I believe you can have different spirit guides at different times. You might have like a main one that's just all the time, but I think it's just like animal guides are the same as spirit guides, where you might have one that sticks with you your whole life, but then you have others that come in and out during different times. So it could just be one that is, important to you or symbolizes something to you now. I think it's more like just to bring attention to your awareness, to have a heightened sense of awareness or a higher level of consciousness, I guess, to pay attention to the things that are around you. The main thing I'm getting is, no, it's not bad. 2, it has to do with mediumship for you. So just keep in mind that it could just be a message to pay more attention to your senses. Pay attention to your sight, your sound, your smell, your cognizance, all of your senses. Pay attention to those. It could indicate that your dreams are going to be more vivid. Maybe your third eye will open more and you'll be able to see more that you had blocked yourself off from in the past. Essentially, the ravens are like the middle ground, and for some reason I'm not seeing the raven as something external from you. I'm seeing that you are the raven. So to me, that makes me feel like you are somewhere in between the spiritual realm and the physical world. And to me, that feels like heightened mediumship abilities right now. No, I wouldn't be worried about it. You're welcome, Rising. Just be very aware of how messages are coming to you. I think that we have people say signs, but I feel like signs are different than synchronicities. To me, in my experience, signs have been angel numbers and like reoccurring things like pennies on the ground or something that might call to you. It's hard to explain, but it's more like things that can happen on a daily basis. To me, synchronicities are different than signs. Signs might be, if you want me to do this, show me a peacock or something. Or it might be angel numbers on a clock or a phone or gas station, like pricing, or like I said, it might be a penny on the ground or a feather or something like that. Those are signs. Synchronicities to me are when you talk about something in your life and suddenly you overhear in the grocery store someone else having that same exact conversation. Or you might say something about Cinderella, which you don't talk about Cinderella on a daily basis. But then you watch a TV show and they talk about Cinderella and you're like, that's weird because I don't ever talk about Cinderella. Suddenly I'm talking about Cinderella and now I'm watching a show where they're talking about Cinderella. Like, to me, those are synchronicities when your real life matches up with your experience. So those to me are different, but regardless, both of those could be coming into you in a heightened way. So just keep in mind, be open to the messages. You're very welcome. I hope you have a good rest of your day, Rising. Amy, if you're in here, we are ready for you. After Amy, we have Dee, and then we have Naija. You're welcome. New person I'm talking to, what's Logan Cantor's true thoughts and feelings? All right, let's take a look. All right. What is Logan's true thoughts and feelings towards Amy, please? So the main thing I'm hearing, Amy, is he's saying, I want something more. I want something better than what things have been like for me. He feels like either he has an experience in relationships or the experience he did have hasn't been the best. And I feel like he's saying, I have had my dreams shattered. I have had my feelings hurt. I have had unhappiness. And I think that he's doing a lot of searching right now to figure out what is it that he wants? What is it that he's looking for? And I feel like he's just saying, I want better. I want more than what I had. I've learned some lessons. I've learned some things. And I just want to experience something good. Oh, interesting. You, yeah, for sure. I remember him telling me this. So I feel like for him, he feels like you guys are on the same page. Maybe you're not exactly the same type of person, but I do feel like he's saying you guys are on the same maturity level. That you guys are kind of on the same page. Maybe you process emotions differently, or maybe you handle things in a different way, but at overall underneath it all, there's still this level of like equalness and feeling like you guys are a decent match for one another, that he just wants to find himself. Yeah, so but the thing is he's not like against a relationship. That's one main thing you can take away from this, is he's open to a relationship. So I think what is good for you is when people show you who they are, believe them. When people tell you who they are, believe them. So it's important that you hear his words and you take them seriously. But also, just so you know, this doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. I do feel like he's the type of person that is open to something more. But for him, he's like, baby steps. Let's just see how it goes. I just kind of want to take things one day at a time. It's definitely how I'm feeling he's thinking towards you. I asked if he was attracted, and I am getting a yes. I have the Six of Wands and the Lovers. That's an understandable fear. That's an understandable nervousness. You're welcome, Amy. All right, y'all. I'm going to take a quick break. It won't be long. I'm just going to run to the restroom and stuff. But Dee, I am ready for you if you're in here. If you'd like to post your questions, feel free to do that now, and I will be back shortly. Hey guys, I'm back. Thank you. I needed to take a quick break. So D, let's see. What do you see coming up in the next 4 months regarding love? Let's see. So D, I'm getting in the early months, so the next 1 to 2 months towards the end of the year. Things are kind of slow. I don't think anything's coming in really crazy for you. I'm getting like a lot of spring stuff here, spring and summer. If anything is going to move in your love life, it's going to be at the beginning of next year, like January, February at the earliest. Hey, very well. Thank you for checking in. I got your donation. I will add you to the list, okay? You've got 2 people ahead of you. Yeah, I'm feeling like some movement in the spring of next year for UD. So some cards we have is you deserve love. You are lovable. You are calling in your soulmates. It's important that you love yourself first. I'm seeing here with the 4 of Pentacles, D, that sometimes we don't realize, but we can be our own block. And so if you're holding on to things, or if you're holding on to people or ways of being or ways of thinking, this could serve as a block for this person to fully make themselves available to you. I have healing family issues, that your love life will benefit as you forgive family issues. And we also have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. You're welcome. Let's take a look at your second question. Follow up to the last reading, Spirit. Do you see Tim taking any action towards communication with D in the next 6 months? Yeah, D, I think it's more likely than ever that he will communicate with you in the next 6 months or within the next 6 months. I think it's been a tough spot for him to do that in the past. So I would say that if I were to be a betting person and I were to guess, I would say it's more likely to happen in the next 6 months than what it's been. So I'm leaning towards yes. If I were to put a percentage on it, I would say 60-40, 60 that he will communicate with you. I do see with the Eight of Wands here, messages going back and forth, or at least messages coming in. Multiple options, easier movement, moving forward, extending an olive branch. Now, I don't know if that communication is going to start and then get abruptly cut off, but I don't know if it's a back and forth kind of thing, but I do feel like you will hear from him. In some way, he's going to try to make himself either available to you or remind you that he's around. Oh, D, you asked for a third question? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. D, I'm gonna go ahead and do yours now because I get I can answer up to 3 questions per turn. So if it's okay with you, I'll go ahead and do yours right now, okay? I'd rather do it that way just to keep everybody straight. What will Tim communicate to me when he does reach out? Let's see. Do you want me to leave my phone on just to let you know if anything really good comes in so you don't have to keep an eye on it?
Yeah, I don't have mine on.
Are you online or are you offline?
I just went back online.
Oh, okay. Jesus, what the hell? So one of the things I hear him saying is like I've been playing it safe. So maybe some type of acknowledgement that he has not been maybe doing what his soul has been calling him to do. Maybe he has been kind of just lying in the background and just letting things happen to him or letting life happen to him and not really taking any risks. What will he tell her? He might come to you and talk to you about how he misses you and he wonders how you feel. Depending on how far the conversation goes, he may actually open up about the fact that he does daydream about a life with you and he's seeing things differently now. Hey, Taka. Yeah, donations are open. Is it a good one?
Yeah, 20 something.
You want to just take my car?
Yeah.
I have the mount on there. You won't have to get gas. Just when you come back.
When I come back, yeah, I'll just switch and go get gas.
Yeah. I think I have half a tank. What would he say to her when he communicates? Maybe he will say, like, I've been waiting to hear from you. I've been waiting for a sign from you that you would be open to hearing from me. My keys should be up there. Just keep in mind I've got that stuff in the trunk. It's not taking up the whole trunk. You should be able to throw groceries in there, but... he might say to you, I left before I could really get hurt. and he would tell you that he wants to tell you what he's been thinking and what he's been feeling. He might tell you things like, my life has felt like it's kind of been on pause since you and I last communicated. I feel like my life hasn't really moved forward, and I don't really understand that. He might even communicate with you some hardships that he's been having. But first and foremost, I think the main thing he'll communicate is like how you have been, to kind of test the waters and see if you even want to talk to him. Taka, your donation came through. Thank you. Is Nyasia here? Oh, there we go. I see you. I see you. Deo Shanae, donations are still open. Yes, you are more than welcome to donate. You're welcome, Dee. Things are going well. All right. So I posted the donation list. We have Nyasia, who I'm about to do. Then we have Very Well for a mini and Taka for a BOGO. And possibly Deo Shanae if she's planning on donating. Donations are open. I want you guys to know that. I don't really have an end time necessarily. So anybody who wants to donate, feel free to do so. If the list comes to a natural end, then I will go ahead and sign off. Or if suddenly I feel just drained or something like that, I might need a little break. But my plans are to kind of hang out until donations come to a natural close. How will the job go with Jamie? How will the job go with Jamie? Wow, love to see that first out. Nyasia, you're like the queen of getting 9 of Cups. You get those a lot. You know, I don't know if you're feeling stuck or blocked or lost right now, but I do feel like you have a way to make things happen for yourself that does not come easy to other people. So seeing the 9 of Cups here does make me feel like you're getting what you want out of this situation. you've made a good impression on Jamie or whoever. And I feel like this outcome is yours if you want it. I feel like this kind of shows like what is this card flying across the way? Oh my god, all these cards are trying to fly out. The moon. Maybe there's just some things hidden that you don't know about right now. Oh no, you're totally fine. I feel like you're just making a good impression is generally what I was saying. You can scroll back, but or you can scroll back now and listen to me on fast speed like 2 times. That way you can catch up with me pretty quickly. But I was generally saying that I feel like getting what you want usually comes pretty easy to you, and to you it may not seem that way, but what you don't realize is that it comes a lot easier to you than it does to other people. You're one of the people that I think others look at and say, wow, she really makes things happen for herself. I wish I had that ability. I wish I had that ability in me to do that. I feel like this could be a new start, a new fresh start to start over. The Judgment card here comes with its own set of baggage, but it's essentially saying that everything that's happened I've learned from it, and now is my chance to move on and start over with respect to everything that I've been through, but also with respect to the fact that I'm ready to let that be in the past and move on to something better. I feel like this outcome is very positive for you, Naija, and that the 9 of Cups indicates that you are getting what you want out of the situation. Hey, I Speak, welcome in. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm doing good, love, and you? Yes, I'm having a wonderful day. Oh, I love to hear that. Things are going really well today. Been streaming for a little over, well, almost 3 hours. And we're making nachos for dinner since you and I always talk what's on the menu. That's what we're doing. Thank you, Naija. I'm so happy to hear that. Thanks for your patience, girl. I know you waited a little bit for your turn. Good luck with everything, and congratulations as well on the offer. We'll see you soon, Naija. So we're making nachos. They're going to be just a ground beef. But I decided I'm gonna put onions and like garlic, basil, oregano, tomatoes in there, and then my own homemade taco seasoning. We're gonna top it. We've got lettuce, sour cream, cheese, avocado, beans. I'm trying to think. There's he has taco sauce that he'll probably put on. And then I'm gonna make homemade Mexican rice to go either on it or on the side, which I just kind of make my own thing there. I don't really follow a recipe. It's gonna be good. I'm excited, and it's well deserved because we've both had a long day of work. No worries, didn't wait long at all. Good to hear that. I'm happy that you didn't feel you were waiting very long. I always try to get to people as quickly as I can. I don't want anyone feeling like they're waiting a very long time for their turn. Very well. If you're here, please check in with me. After very well, we have Taka. Let me see. Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be good. I hope it's good. I made fried rice 2 nights ago. That's such an easy dinner. If you guys like ever want something really affordable because times are tough these days, fried rice is always a really good one. And you can even zhuzh it up by adding chicken or shrimp or something to it. But even by itself, it's really good. Literally, you just make your rice in advance and put it in the fridge to chill. And then oil, garlic, onion, sauteed in a pot, and scramble an egg or two. And then you can pour in any kind of vegetables that you want. Pour in the rice, mix it all up, and throw some soy sauce on it. It's like really easy and affordable. And a lot of times you have a lot of ingredients on hand already to make it. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, if you want to donate, feel free. I'm going to message Very Well and let her know that we're ready for her. I just want to make sure that she has enough time. Oh, nice. Okay, Day Oceanea, I've got your donation. So we have Very Well, Taka, and Day. And then I think Sarah said she's going to donate again too. So waiting for those to come through. I'm hungry now. I'm hungry. Well, I'm not too hungry, but I could eat. I really could eat. We're just trying to make dinners that are really affordable these days. We're kind of like, what do we have like the ingredients for already? And what can we make from this? So some nights it's just breakfast for dinner. You know, you typically always have some form of breakfast items on hand, whether it's pancakes, eggs and potatoes. Another really easy dinner and affordable is like loaded baked potatoes. That's another really good one. As long as you have a good base that's affordable, like pasta, rice, or potatoes, typically you can make anything affordable. And to save a little bit of money, you can make it meatless if you want to. And yeah, so that's what we've been doing because, you know, we used to eat out all the time, but these days, not so much. And especially since our engagement, we're trying to put away every little penny that we have. We're just doing as best as we can, but you can make really good meals on a budget. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. Yeah, fried rice is delicious. Homemade fried rice is the best. Don't get it from a Chinese restaurant. Make it yourself. And you can even get store-bought Yum Yum sauce. I think it's PF Chang's that we get brand Yum Yum, and that's really good. All right, Sarah, I've got your donation. So you have a mini in messages. All right, so I don't think Very Well is here, so we're going to have to move on to the next. I don't want to take up too much time. So Taka said that she's here, so she's checked in with me. So Taka, if you'd like, go ahead and post your question. We'll have to move Very Well down on the list. Ours overall thoughts after yoga. It was a bit impulsive, but I hugged him just curious. Oh my god. I know this connection's hella slow. I'm used to it. LOL, divine timing, especially from the past readings I got from you. Deo Shanae, I got your donation and I added you to the list. If you scroll up a message or two, you should be able to see it. You're welcome. All right, Spirit, please tell me ours overall thoughts towards Taka yesterday. Aw, Naisha, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that, girl. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, Taka. So with him, I'm getting like you never cease to surprise him. Like you did, I think, catch him off guard, but like you said, I don't think you made him uncomfortable. I think it was welcomed, but I think he's going, man, she always keeps me guessing. Like I never know. I think I have her figured out in the second that I do that I don't. And he's just funny because he can't really like pinpoint what you're going to do next. And I think that there's a part of him that really enjoys that aspect of you, of not really knowing what's going to happen. But he's like, I'm here for it. Like, he's like, I'm here for it. Like, she surprises me, but okay, like, I'll take it. I see with the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands, it feels like he feels that you guys may not be the exact same type of person. You may process things differently or handle situations differently, but he is saying that he views you guys as being like the same as far as what you can provide to a relationship. You guys are equals. You guys are the same level of maturity. So while you may be different in theory, you still have a lot of compatible traits and aspects to your connection. I find that his attraction to you is very obvious here. And I think that you've piqued his interest. I think there is an investment in you that he's made from a distance. While you said that the connection moves really slow, doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It can just mean that you guys have to evolve a foundation first, which I think is probably better than most. I think that some of the best relationships are formed when things are taken slow and you can really get to know the other person, and neither of you feel a pressure or a sense of pressure on the connection. That allows you to continue to be on the same page. So overall, I think it was good. I think he had good thoughts towards you. I think you surprised the hell out of him, but he doesn't hate it. He's like, I'm not mad at it. I'm here for it. TM, a female friend, no contact, randomly messaged me on Insta a few weeks ago, but after a few texts, she stopped texting again. Just curious, what is her deal? We've known each other since childhood. A few years ago, I gave up and we both drifted from the connection. Not sure how to describe it, but she had a bad tendency of ghosting, being hot and cold. Annoyed. Felt like she made me her therapist, but wouldn't really communicate unless things were bad for her. Oh, it felt one-sided for me towards the end of our friendship. All right. Hopefully we both matured. Okay. What is her deal, please? What is TM's deal? What's going on with her? What made her reach out? Yikes. Okay. It's not horrible, 5 of Cups coming out first. Maybe it means she missed you, but it does indicate to me that she's got some things that aren't going so well in her life, and maybe she's repeating the same habits or tendencies that she did before in your relationship, indicating that nothing really has changed for her. So I would be open to reconnecting, but if it's not her doing this detached energy again. Yeah, I'm kind of getting a little bit more of the same. So Taka, it's kind of like sometimes surprising to us because we think to ourselves, friendships are different than romantic relationships, and they're really not. Like a friendship can feel just as painful as a breakup can feel just as painful as a relationship breakup. And we can sometimes find ourselves in karmic friendships where we feel like we are unworthy of a equal partnership, where we feel the need to help this person get through this because we're trying to rewrite a story. So by you wanting to reconnect with her again, you could just be trying to rewrite the story of how things ended, because if you can have a new start, then maybe you can have a new ending. But what I see it as from a distance is this could just be cyclical, where you guys are just in this pattern that you can't really get out of. And it doesn't mean that you didn't have care for this person. It doesn't mean that she doesn't care for you, but it does mean that you guys could be falling into old habits and ways of being in a relationship. And maybe it just means that there's no room to grow in each other's life. So you're saying, I hope we both matured. Maybe so. Maybe you've matured and maybe she's matured, but maybe when you get back around one another, you revert back to that old way of being. I'm sure you've noticed that, like, if someone has grown up with someone and they're really mature, they got it together, they like go to work and they're really responsible, but then they get around this person who they've known since they were a kid and suddenly they're immature and they act like they're 12 years old because they're so used to being in a certain dynamic with this person that it doesn't matter how much they've grown or matured individually. When they meet up with this person again, they fall back into those same old habits, and unfortunately we can stay stuck. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here, especially with the Hanged Man coming through, is that there's just like this stuck energy between you guys that I don't think was ever meant to get past where it's at now. Yeah, like I just don't think that your relationship was meant to survive past what it did. And by continuing to come back to it, it kind of feels like the lessons weren't really learned. I think that you guys have just grown out of this friendship. Yeah. And I think it was my sister. I had a conversation with her and it was like this astronomical percentage, but I think she said only like 20% of human beings on this planet are self-aware. 80% are not self-aware. And that kind of blew my mind a little bit because I was like, that is crazy. Because I surround myself with people who are self-aware. I do energy and spiritual work for people who are self-aware. I am marrying someone who's self-aware. I have the people I surround myself day to day are, and that's the thing, is that there are 80% of the population that are not. And unfortunately, when you fall into the minority, you can feel, and I'm sure you get this, you can feel like out of place, like you feel displaced, you feel like you don't you don't belong and you don't connect with people on the level that you feel like you should. So I just wouldn't take this connection to heart. I would just take it for what it is, look at it very objectively. Um, and personally, in efforts to not go down this road again, I think it's important you just don't try to nurture or maintain a relationship with this person um, until and unless and if you see them giving a lot more than you are to it. She probably, since I was being a bit guarded. Yeah, but that's fine. Like, if she really wants a connection with you, she would push past that. You're welcome. Thank you, Taka. Is Very Well in here? Thank you again, Taka. Have a good day, okay? Everyone dipped out. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do, since Very Well is not here, we're gonna go ahead and move down the list. Day, feel free to post your question if you're ready to do that now. I think what I'm going to do, just so I can take a little break and get some dinner going and whatnot, is I'm going to go ahead and just put a last call for the list and maybe try to come back later on tonight. If I were to pursue cosmetology school, will I be successful with it after school? Like, can hair give me a lifestyle I desire, the financial status I want for myself? Wow. In a roundabout answer, I am getting a yes, Day. This is what you need to be doing to achieve the lifestyle that you want. That does not mean you are not going to be booked and busy. It does not mean that you're going to be able to work part-time. I'm getting you're probably going to have to work like 3/4 of a full-time schedule at a minimum. So if you're wanting a specific financial status, you can have that. The lifestyle that you want, if it's more about I manage my own schedule, I make my own hours, maybe I don't have to work 40 hours a week, but I still work a good 3/4 of that. I think that that's manageable, and I think you can definitely do it. And I think also it's going to be really important. They're saying location, where you live is going to be pivotal, where you live / where you work. So if you're renting a booth and you live at a specific part of town, but you get a booth at like the high end where people have a lot of money, that might be a good match for you. Or if you want to live somewhere where you can get paid a higher amount to do what you're doing, like in like the big cities or big areas, I think that that's also possible. Regardless, I am getting yes, you can achieve the financial status you're looking for by going to cosmetology. And you would have to build it up a little bit, but Spirit is saying you would be set. You would be set for your life if this is what you chose to do. Trying to decide if it would be better for me to get this apartment I got approved for. Should I look into pursuing a home or wait and purchase a home after finishing school? All right, so the way that I see it, Day, you have two options. You can do the apartment in school, or you can do the home now, but school might have to wait. The thing is that rent costs a lot of money, and so does owning a home. And you can do either or to set yourself up for a better future, better financial future. Okay, Day, that sounds good. Um, you may want to look into getting a house, but the thing is that will push back your schooling, that will push back your career, at least until you're able to get the house. Then once you've got the house and you feel pretty good, then you could probably start school shortly after that. But Spirit is kind of saying school and a house at the same time is going to be very complicated for you. And just from a practical experience, I've gone to cosmetology school, I've lived in an apartment, and I've bought a house. I've done all three of those things. And if I were to have to buy a house while going to cosmetology school, that would have been really difficult, especially because I need to be working to make money. So it's almost like you'd have to make sure that you can fit it all at once. And when I was like looking for a house, applying for a loan, sending all the paperwork that they needed, house hunting, making offers, because you're going to go to multiple places, then you put in the offer, and then you're in escrow, and then you got to close, and it's like it literally takes up so much of your time. It's going to be very difficult if you have to be like, for example, if you have to have a certain level of attendance at school, you can't be missing school to be going on like house tours and things like that. And if you see something come through, you've got to snag it as soon as it becomes available. You have to take a tour within hours of the listing being posted. And you have to be able to have the flexibility in your schedule to just go do that. So that makes it tough. And I think trying to start a new career through school and also find a house at the same time is going to be very hard for you. Yeah, you're so right. The economy is crazy. I was just thinking of finishing school, just building my savings. So, like, well, I'm not sure what your personal situation is, but essentially, whatever can save you the most money right now is what I would recommend. If you're okay with pushing back school 6 months to a year, then I think that going for a house might be the best option for you right now. But if you're like, I just want to get school done and over with, I just want to throw out there, it might be very hard to do. It's possible, but it may be very hard to find a house and start school at the same time. So I think it's important you just figure out to you what's important. Yeah, you're so right. Shake my head, I can't. That's why I always ask, because I love your advice, your intuitive advice. But yeah, no, I don't want to push back school. Yeah, so I think, oh, you're so sweet, Day. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm coming from an intuitive side, seeing the cards that I have out in front of me, and I'm also coming from like the very real side of knowing what you're going through right now, and I've already been through all of that. And so I can really offer you like a true perspective of like how complicated that would be to try to do all of that at one time. It's a struggle though. I mean, my heart goes out to you because you know you want to get a house as soon as possible because you know things are only going to get harder. So, Day, another piece of advice I have outside of this reading is that go to a lender, find a lender, and find someone very personable that's willing to walk you through everything and allow them to see where you're at, see what your finances look like, see what, you know, what's still needed, see what your credit looks like, all of that stuff. And let them tell you, because they'll take a look at everything and they won't run your credit. You can just tell them, I don't want a hard credit pull. I just want to, from what you can see without running my credit, what do you think that I need to work on? Or do you think that this is possible for me to do right now? And let them give you advice, because they might say, well, you just made a big purchase on your car, so now would not be a good time to try to run your credit. Or they might say, we need a little bit more substantial work history. Um, or maybe they're saying like they see suspicious things going on with your bank that maybe isn't really suspicious. It's just things that you do or your lifestyle that may not look best to lenders. Or they might be able to find hidden things for you. Like, I mean, my advice is always going to be to go to a lender first. Let them make sure that they have all the basics that they need, and then if for whatever reason they think now is not a good time, they can at least tell you how to prepare for the future when you do come back to them. So that's just my advice, is it's never too soon to talk to a lender and just see what your options are. Okay, so let's take a look here. And whenever you're ready to post your third question, go ahead. You're welcome. All right, which cosmetology school would be a good fit for her? Epiphany Beauty Institute. Epiphany Beauty Institute. Kenneth Schuler Cosmetology. So Day, I'm pretty sure you've already done this, but make sure that they're both accredited. That's going to be very important for you to take your state boards, and make sure you're not just going to someone who can teach you the basics but can't actually give you the credentials you need to take the boards. I'm sure that you've already looked into that, but first and foremost, everyone needs to be accredited. I've got to say I'm going with Epiphany. Epiphany seems like the better option. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of freaking work that's going to be done at this place. I don't know if that means your commute is harder, or that just means long hours, or a more difficult schedule to work with, or generally speaking, they just care more, so they push their students harder. But I get that this is probably the better option, Epiphany Beauty. I see that they offer, I don't know if you're like looking for financial aid or something, but I'm seeing financial aid available at both places, or some type of Pell Grants or something along those lines. I feel as though Kenneth Schuler option with this reading, they might just do the bare minimum. I think Epiphany goes above and beyond. I think it might be easier for you to learn things at Epiphany than it is at Kenneth Schuler. Something here with the Seven of Swords is just making me feel a lot like there may be some things going on behind the scenes that may not be above board or like the best for students. So if I were to guess, I would say go with Epiphany. You are welcome, Day. Absolutely. All right, so this is a last call for Very Well and Sarah. We're going to go ahead and do Sarah's reading, and we'll timestamp it in the comments. Hey, Radiant. Yeah, I can take a donation, but I am about to close it. So if you wanted to donate, go ahead and do that now, but I am going to close the list, okay? All right, sounds good. All right, this is for Sarah. And last call for Very Well. Very Well, I sent you messages through PayPal to come back in and leave your question with me. Oh, hey there. Hello and welcome back. No, that's okay. Go ahead and post your question and I'll be right with you, okay? For how Amir will treat me when we get together. Sarah says, how will Amir treat her if they got together? Thanks, Radiant. I'll be with you shortly. So, Sarah, I'm getting that Amir will treat you really well. I feel like you guys have quite a bit in common. He's coming through as the King of Pentacles, and this just means that he's going to be the one that wants to provide for you, wants to be the sole caregiver and provider of your relationship. Make sure that you feel taken care of, wanted, needed, and acknowledged. I feel like here with the Judgment card, he feels like he's making a good judgment call by choosing you and pursuing you. It also can indicate that whatever has happened in the past is just in the past, and you don't have to worry about not being able to start over. I feel like he'll have clear and open communication. He cares about what you think and how you think. He shows up for you. I also feel like he finds you really attractive, so there could be really good physical communication as well as physical desire for one another. You guys seem to have a lot of common interests, which he likes. And I feel like overall, he's gonna be the type of person that says, like, I'm here for you. I care about you. I want you for more than just your body. And I just feel like it's a good boyfriend slash significant other slash husband material type of reading here. So that feels really good. I also feel like with the Judgment card, he's indicating that he takes you as you are. He doesn't expect you to change. And I think that he might have also been through some not so great relationships himself that make it feel almost like he can understand what you've been through or have sympathy or empathy for you. And therefore really doesn't like to judge your situation or the things that you tell him. So you may feel like in the relationship you can really confide in him as well. Messages from Amir. Oh, interesting. I feel you even though we are apart. I don't know what comes next. I want you back. All right, so I know that you guys have a little bit of a history. Maybe nothing actually happened, but I do feel like him saying, like, I want to try this again. We have, I left before you could leave me. I do wonder if there was some type of hesitancy in the past, and therefore he didn't really pursue the connection. Maybe that's what that card is. And then we have, I remember every detail of that day. At the bottom of the deck, we have, my life is not together as it seems. My life is not together as it seems. So he might still be trying to put his best foot forward, but he does come with his own set of flaws, and maybe he feels it's important that you know that. So that is what I have for you, Sarah. Thank you for your donation. So Radiant, you are going to be next/last, okay? All right, this is for Very Well. Can you please see what Jordan is thinking and feeling about me today after Saturday? Yes, I did recognize that, Katie. When I saw that you were the one that donated, I put 2 and 2 together. But I just like to call you by your YouTube handle because I never know, like, if you want people to, yeah, I don't know. I never know if you want to be called by your actual name or not. All right, can you please see what Jordan is thinking and feeling about her today after Saturday? We have outpouring, overflowing. So I gotta say something feels like a hookup here. So I don't know if you guys hooked up on Saturday or if he wants to hook up with you, but something feels like a rendezvous of sorts and a desire for this. I feel like there's something about you that brings him a level of satisfaction, and this may be, he wants to get back together, girl. Yeah, he wants to get back together. He's telling me, he's showing me hookup, rendezvous, get together. I don't know if this is like a makeup situation that he wants, but he's looking for reconciliation. He wants a breakthrough with you. I know that you feel like it's the last time that you, well, I don't know if you feel like it's the last time you will talk, but he's wanting to come back around. Like, he's saying, I want to be with her again. She brings me a sense of satisfaction that I don't get from other people. So I do want to be very clear that a lot of times I pick up on energies from the future. So I could be reading a little bit far in advance, but I still feel like this person's coming back around for you. Will he go on the trip? Are you asking if he'll go on the trip, or are you saying he will go on the trip? I feel like, well, the Ace of Cups can indicate like emotions, being emotional. So there could have been maybe tears or something, maybe tears that you didn't see. But I feel like for him, showing the Ace of Cups in the center of the reading, he's saying my feelings for her are not going anywhere. Like, aces means starting over, starting anew, starting again. And Nine of Cups talks about fulfillment and satisfaction and getting what you want. So maybe he felt like he had a little bit of the upper hand over the weekend. I'm not quite sure what exactly that means. Like, if you broke things off with him, or what exactly that entails. But to me, this is generally the feeling of, I'm coming back around. Like, I'm not going to let this be the end for us. So maybe he feels like a little bit on the outside for you or of you, but I see him feeling like you're the one he's going to come back around to. Yeah, so here it says like feeling like he had the upper hand, so that would make sense. Sarah, yes, I did yours at 3:33:13, I think. 3:33. So if you scroll back about 10 minutes. So Katie, I don't think that he's done with this. Not by a long shot. I think you are going to absolutely hear from him again. And that is your right to do so, Katie. Your right is to say no and put your foot down. And if he tries to come back around, your right is to ignore it if that's what you want to do. And I think you deserve to move forward, because for all we know, he's playing games. You're welcome, Katie. I'm sorry if you're just struggling right now. I feel like this is surprising, but also not surprising, but also hard, but also like something you might have been preparing for however long. Like, you could just be going through a mix of emotions, and whatever it is you're feeling is valid. And I am sorry if you are struggling with this. I would rather tell you that I don't feel he's coming back around. I would rather tell you that he's moving on from you entirely, and that you don't have to worry about it, and you can just move on and let this go. I do feel like there is an attachment here that he's keeping on you. So it's going to be up to you to be strong. And if you're really like, I want to move on, then it's going to be your will that's going to have to keep that separated. Okay? You're welcome. All right. So next and last but not least, we have Radiant. Eliana, if you're in here, can you check in with me, please? The star. Yes, these were all your opening acts. All right, 6 messages from Jay. Let's see. All right, 6 messages from Jay, please. 6 messages from Jay. I couldn't let you I couldn't let you get close to me. I love you. You were the best thing in my life. That might also be present tense as well. I am in a committed relationship. Interesting. Do you know if he's dating anyone? I can't get enough of you. Ooh, that's tough. We will be together again. I compare others to you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have, I feel you even though we are apart. Yeah, he has trouble being alone, and that is what I'm getting from that card. So I set a major boundary with him and told him to please leave me alone. This was a month ago. Wow. That's incredible. I'm happy to hear that. I mean, are you happy that you did that? He does have trouble being alone. I'm at peace with it. It's not like I'll give another try anyways. Yeah, but you know, I mean, yes, absolutely, for sure. But also, like, it doesn't stop you from being curious either of what someone else is thinking. Yeah, exactly. You're welcome, Radiant. All right, guys, that is where I'm going to leave it. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your night. If I see you again tonight, if not, whatever will be, will be. But I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye, Eliana. It was good seeing you.